Hey Mario, what exactly are you doing right now?
Um, hey Jeremy. I'm just looking to see if any students gave any money or tithes to the Lord, because we're talking about giving this week, and I think that's really a good thing to be doing, right?
Yeah, but I don't really think that's what the idea of those boxes are. I think the idea of giving is not to see who's done it, but to give out of a joyful heart, right? Recognizing that everything belongs to God, and so you give it back to Him. Um, I think I think that's really what this is all about here, right?
Don't tell anybody I did that, and please, can you just delete that because I got the wrong idea about tithing.
Yeah, I won't send it to anybody except for our leaders.
Promise? Oh
Yeah,
no, not even leaders.
yeah.
All right.
You know, each week on Sunday, we have so many people here at this church who stop by on their way in or out of the service and put some money in these giving boxes at the back of the sanctuary. And the reason for that is because we know that God has put us here as stewards, or the word that we would use today is as managers of everything that belongs to Him, right? So God is the creator of the entire universe, which means everything in it belongs to God. That means, the nature around us, our possessions, our very lives, and our money, right? So we come and we give cheerfully back to the Lord because we recognize it's showing that God is God of all things, right? Even our finances. So we give back to Him what the Bible calls a tenth, a tithe. That really is a tenth of what you have, is really what the word tithe means. Now, we'll mix it up sometimes and we'll say, hey, a tenth or a tithe is just anything that I give. But a tithe is really giving that 10% of what you have. And, you may not be in a spot where giving a tenth is really doable for you right now, but take steps of growth. And as leaders, what I would do is I would encourage your students to make that a habit now, right? They don't have a lot of income, whether they're in middle school or high school, if they're getting an allowance or what. But if they make it a priority to give a tenth now and develop that as a spiritual discipline in their lives, how much easier is that going to be when they're faithful with a little bit now? It'll be so much easier to be faithful with more as they step into a career down the road and make more and more money as they grow older. So make sure you talk about that, explain what a manager is, what a tithe is, the importance of giving to the church. And what may help is when you talk about this is talk about what are some real costs of doing ministry, right? What are real costs of the church? Things like making sure the lights stay on, that it's heated, that we have water. Then you can talk about the costs of printing small group materials or going on trips, maintaining vehicles, whatever it may be. Those are real things that cost money that we as a church rely on people tithing and giving back to the Lord to maintain those things so that ministry can take place. There's some exercises that the kids are going to do that are really important to get. There's an exercise, give what you've got. Helps kids realize what are some of the interests and abilities they have and how can they use those to give back to the Lord and for His glory's sake, right? And then their homework for this week is going to be to look at, what's a tenth of their income. And commit to giving that back to the Lord, and also their gifts and abilities, talents, all that stuff as well. So there's going to be some passages in your discussion time. I'd really encourage you guys look those up, talk about them with the kids. Right, this is a great place at church to talk about the Bible. Right, we can talk about great principles, and that's wonderful. But if it's not rooted and founded in Scripture, then it's really going to be lacking at the end of the day. So make sure you bring the Bible into your discussions this week in your small group. So if you have any questions at all, let us know. We'll be praying for you guys and super proud of all the work you guys are doing right now. So see ya.
So, the word of the video for today is give.